Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. It's me, the Blade Gamer, of course. In the last episode, we progressed a little bit further in the Forest Temple. I got a little bit turned around again, but, yeah. Anyway, what you want to do is go to the end of the block puzzle room, and this silver eye right here, you want it to be open. This is the original state it was in when you entered this room. What we're going to do is go past the room where we got the bow and go back to those platforms. Go back to that one courtyard where we jumped down to get the gold skulltula. I forgot to go back and go to the other room that was right there. So, I will see you in just a moment. Alright, so we're at the end of the room where we got the blue Poe, or it's either the blue or red Poe, and now we need a small key. So we're going to go in here. And, alright, Navi's warning us about the shadow monsters again. What we want to do is climb up here. And go out here, if I'm not mistaken. These, Bob... Great, I got turned around again. What the heck? Okay, so it does need to be twisted. I'm really confused right now, guys. I'm sorry about that. So, I will meet you back where we need to go. Alright, so I just retwisted the room into the standard hallway state. So now we jump down this hole and go right out here. This is where we need to go. I am sorry I keep getting so messed up. I honestly don't know why I'm being so turned around. I'm usually not this bad at temples or dungeons, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, so we want to go in this room first. And right here will be another Shadow Master thing. But this will spread into 3 smaller hands. Now the problem with this is that if you kill 2 of them, but let the other one live, eventually it will turn back into the regular 4 Master. So this should give us a small key, which is what we needed to progress. Now, I should not be so turned around anymore. Alright, and we are back at the block puzzle room. So, I am going to go twist the hallway back to its original state and fall down, and I will be right back. Back at that room where we needed the small key. Alright, so we are back in this room. I'm going to let this Floor Master fall down. Alright, what is their exact name? I want to know. Wall Masters, okay. So, it's similar to Floor Master, they're called Wall Masters, though, okay. I get it now. Alright, so now we can progress to this door. My sister screamed no at her cat, which is why I don't like having the cats in here while I'm recording, because they always do something stupid. But, yeah, he was eating my sister's phone, apparently. Or phone charm, I don't know. But, alright, so, right here is an ice switch, but it's encased in ice, so you may be wondering, how do we get rid of that ice to where we can hit the ice switch? Well, there's a torch right there for that very reason. You light an arrow on fire, and it melts the ice, and hits the switch. And it's as simple as that, and it twists around the room that we were just in. So, yeah, that's nice. I really wonder what that liquid is. Is that blood, or... Yeah, magical blood, apparently. Yeah, so I honestly don't know why I'm being so turned around in this dungeon. I mean, this is the most maze-like dungeon out of the temples in this game, next to the water temple, which we will be getting into much later. And, yeah. Alright, so right over here this is a false door, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm going to enter it anyway, because I'm risky like that. Alright, so this leads us to the second courtyard. Now, in this room, you notice the tile on the floor, which is kind of odd because we've not seen it before. Look up at the ceiling, and you see that there is a trap. What you're going to want to do is work your way to that switch. So you can see two big sculptulas hanging down. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to this one. Alright, watch the ceiling, it's falling down. Okay, so what we're going to do is go right here. And this will open up the door. So you can walk pretty far before you have to be concerned for your health. Right here is a treasure chest. It has arrows, not that useful, but again, I'm going for 100% treasure. And now we can exit. Now this room can be difficult for some people. Right against this wall is the painting for the green Poe. 5 blocks will fall down from the ceiling. And what you have to do is push them all together to make a picture of the green Poe. Now this can be very difficult. Usually you have about 10 seconds left at most. So like I said, it is very difficult. The blue block is not needed, so you're going to want to push that out of the way as quickly as possible. Or pull it, depending on how your blocks are arranged. So we need to pull this out of the way really fast. Okay. Push this up 1 or 2. And push it this way. Alright, so that should be good. You cannot rotate these blocks, so you don't have to worry about that. And the green Poe will appear, and we have to fight it like normal. So that should be 3 jump attacks, and he's gone. Come on, Poe, start attacking me.
Looks like he needs to go to a special school.
That was a bit offensive. I'm not going to repeat what my sister said. Okay, I'm still not going to repeat what my sister said. She wasn't cursing or anything, she just said something that might be considered offensive to some people. She has no regard for other people's emotions, so don't worry about it. It's just think of it as a disorder, and just ignore it. No, she doesn't have Tourette's. Yes, it would. Alright, so once you get...
Wait, didn't you say I was the one being offensive?
But Tourette... Whatever. Anyway, once you get 3 of the... Whatever. Okay. Once you get to the main room again, after you get the 3rd Poe, the purple one will appear in the central room. How you can tell which is which is that once it creates a circle, it will spin around. So it is this one right here. Alright, so when it spins around, once it forms a circle around you, that's the one that you're going to try and hit. I believe you have to do this 4 or 5 times, because you have to use arrows in this fight. But yeah, this is the last Poe and the last of the maze section of this dungeon. And finally, less fails for me.
Do they hurt you if you don't
Yeah, they do hurt you. Well, they don't necessarily hurt you, but they start attacking you. So if you're... But if you're bad at avoiding their attacks, it can hurt you. That's what I meant to say, you know. Alright, so after 5 attacks, it raises up this elevator. A magical elevator. No, but I don't see why it needs to be... You have to be protected on an elevator. Alright, now this room has a cage there, which leads to the boss door. So in order to open the cage, you have to push around the wall and find a switch, which is right here. But there's also a gold skulltula in this room. So you're going to want to keep moving the wall excuse me, until you find another room you can go in with the skulltula. Which has another switch right here. So both of these switches open the gates. I believe after we move this block, there will be the room with the last treasure and skulltula. Alright, so one arrow will get rid of those as well. Here's the last treasure in the game, which is a bundle of arrows, not that useful. And the skulltula. This should be the last skulltula, and if not, I am going to scream. Unfortunately, my scream is not as epic as Nintendo Capri Sun's, so... Alright, so I got all the skulltulas. That's awesome. Alright, so can I go to this side yet? No, I cannot. So I gotta push one more time, and I should be able to go to the boss door. What? I got the switch. Okay, I guess when you push one switch... Wait. Aha! There we go. There's 3 switches. Okay, so I was about to rage there. Luckily I didn't. But, yeah, once you get the 3 switches, or maybe just 2 of them, you can finally enter this room. The boss room. You're going to want to have your arrows equipped, and possibly an empty bottle. But, for the most part, you just need arrows. So you enter this room, and you're like, huh, there's a bunch of creepy paintings, but there's nothing here, so what do I do? Well, then you try and leave, and iron bars appear. Evil spirit from beyond, Phantom Ganon. Alright, so the first thing Phantom Ganon will do is ride into a painting. So what you want to do is keep your eyes peeled, possibly with the arrows, and wait till he starts galloping nearby, and shoot him as he's coming out of the painting. Sometimes there will be more than one Phantom Ganon appearing out of the paintings, which at that point you're going to want to pay attention to the one that actually does come out, which is this one. I believe you have to do this 3 or 4 times. So I'm going to guess he's going to appear out of this one, which he isn't. There we go. Alright, so once you get him 3 times, he will start throwing energy balls at you, which at that point you want to play tennis with him. Now you can use an empty bottle for this if you want to, but I do not suggest it at all, because the empty bottle is quite a bit trickier to use in this game than it is in Wind Waker. Sometimes you'll get lucky and shoot a couple of stray shots and they'll happen to hit him. But once he backs up, that's when you start playing tennis with him. So I'm pretty bad at this, unfortunately, because the animations in this game take quite a bit longer than they would in Wind Waker and things like that. So as you can tell, I'm failing miserably, but it's really not that hard. Like I said, sometimes you'll get lucky and hit them with a couple of stray shots that you're not supposed to hit them with, and yeah. Alright, so once you do that, you want to get up next to him and spin attack as much as you can, and you should only have to do 2 or 3 cycles with him. Like I said, I fail miserably at this because the Ocarina of Time animations are a lot slower than the ones in Wind Waker, so you have to hit that much further. But luckily I had another fairy, and yeah. So yeah, Phantom Ganon is revered probably as the hardest boss in this game, especially for 3 heart run players, because he does 1.5 hearts of damage, so you only have 2 hits. To me, he's probably the 2nd hardest boss. And after 2 cycles, Phantom Ganon is defeated. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. But you have defeated only my Phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. And upon his defeat, we get another heart container. And our maximum life energy has increased by 1 heart for a grand total of 11 hearts. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. And we receive the Forest Medallion. Saria awakens as the Sage and adds her power to yours. Saria will always be your friend.